Happy Valentine's Day. It's February 14th. I'm in Ottawa. Behind me, it's a little bit noisy. Hogsback Falls. Beautiful, icy, wintry evening. And I just wanted to talk to you because I was at a conference yesterday and I was asked by a lender, what's happening in Ottawa, Jason? What's the market going to do for 2024? And he seemed worried. I said, well, I don't think there's anything to worry about. But to be honest, I really want to crunch the numbers before I talk to you about a real forecast. So I spent the day working on that. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Ottawa. We're going to do a little bit of a broader picture for the Ottawa area. Single family today in our real estate roundup. I have my stats with me. I wasn't able to memorize them completely. So I wanted to let you know, as far as sales volume is concerned, January 2024, we are up from January 2023, about 20% in volume. This is a good sign. So this means we're starting the year off with volume. And if we go back, I can tell you that we outpaced the previous year, December, November, October, September, and August. Prior to that, in 2023, our sales volume of detached here in Ottawa was less than the previous year, which of course was 2022. So in August, we had a flip. The activity increased. So overall, as far as volume's concerned, we're on a trend. This 20% that happened in 2024, this is higher than the previous months. So the trend is increased volume. Again, a good sign. Let's talk about sales price, namely HPI. We always want to look at the HPI. I can tell you, and a lot of people know this, and it might be why they're worried, the prices have been sliding for 2023. Not dramatically, not drastically, but they're sliding. So we have actually a little bit of an interesting conundrum. We have slightly falling prices and we have increased activity. So what does this mean? It means that trend could easily and possibly be turning around. Overall, the HPI says that it was coming down actually starting in 2022. We all know 2021 was a banner year. It came down, it bumped up a little bit in the beginning of 2023, but then came back down again. So this downslide is why I'm getting the question, what's happening? I'm worried, but I don't think that this is going to continue. I'm already going to give you a little bit of a forecast. I don't think you need worry that it continue. It might. I'm not feeling that. I'm not seeing that. But first, let's talk a little bit about resales. I do have a few I would like to talk about. This more or less prove what the HPI said. 40 Dunvegan Road in Ottawa, Manor Park area. It sold in March 2023 for $1,490. Sold again for $1,480 in October. So we actually have a little bit of proof that 2023 wasn't this drastic drop. The price didn't really move from March to October for 40 Dunvegan Road. So although there's a little bit of fear out there about the market, we're not really seeing that things drop drastically on that case. 60 Valley Ridge in Nepean sold for $634, July 13th, 2022. A year later and a bit, October, sold for $670. So we're actually up there. So that one shows that this up and down that happened, it ended up coming up 5% anyway in that period of time. 61 Granton Avenue, Ottawa, sold. Now this one's going back a bit to look at overall prices. Sold for $580 in 2020 November, resold for $718 in January 2024. So you're seeing a nice increase there, about 20%, because they caught that 2021 lift. That 2021 year moved prices up. We had crazy sales volume. Everybody did well by that. So if you bought before that lift happened and you still own it, probably going to be okay. Or if you unloaded it at the right time. 264th Avenue in Ottawa. This is in the Glebe. This one sold for $1,448 in 2020, sold for $1,580 in 2023. So it did catch a little bit of that downslide. I'm not sure if there was anything related to the condition. They bought before 2021, but they sold probably not the greatest time. It was during that slide in 2023. It was slow. Maybe they wanted to unload it. We have a few more. Why not? It's freezing cold outside. Might as well keep going. 357 Spartan in Ottawa was sold in September 2021. This is in Castle Heights. Sold for $610. resold for $617 in 2024. So we have a property purchased at the end of that rush, 2021, resold just now, days ago, no move in price at all. So again, market timing's a big thing. We have some wind just to make it more interesting. We'll keep going. 381 Leeton, I can't feel my hands. Leeton Terrace sold for $1182 in 2022 and resold for $950 at the end of 2023. So now you have someone who suffered a loss, and it's as a result of timing. They bought in 2022 when the market was coming down. They caught it on the downslope, and unfortunately, they're down on that one close to 20%, about 18%. Okay, we had to take a brief pause while we warmed up our hands because apparently I'm not the only one who didn't think ahead to wear gloves. Anyways, we have three, just going a little bit to the higher end here because I want to get both ends of the range. 397 Huron Avenue in Ottawa near Civic Hospital. This one sold for $1625 in 2021, our banner year. It was July. Just resold for $1650 at the end of 2023. So they bought mid-part in a year that was a banner increasing year. They didn't buy at the top. They bought near the top. So they didn't make any money, but they didn't lose any by owning it for that period. We have 702, jumping back to the bottom of the range again. 702 Malibu Terrace in Ottawa. So just to make clear here, 6075 in July 2023, resold $625 in December. So what this tells you, at the lower end of the market actually went up at the tail end of 2023. So now we have a situation where the HPI may not be entirely accurate. It did say that prices were coming down, but we haven't seen them really come down just in 2023 alone. In fact, that shows that lower end of the market went up. Again, this is a recent sale. Now it's December. It tells us things could be moving around. Okay, we got a couple more. 1240 Vancouver sold for $635 in 2020, sold for $665 just yesterday. So this one is up 5% in that long period of time. Of course, it went up and down, but it's overall up in those 4 years. 2417 Howland sold for $675 in 2021 in November and $667 just at the end of this year. You're getting the idea. I don't think we have to go much further on this. So let's just remember what we talked about. The prices have peaked in 2021. They came down 2022. They came down 2023. I'm seeing a bit of a turnaround. So now we're going to talk about inventory. For the active listings, right now in 2024 for single family detached, we have 1111 active listings. And actually, as far as the months of inventory, it's 3.5. We are a little above where we were in 2023, way above where we were in 2021, way above where we were in 2022. So as far as active listings are concerned, I actually get why I was asked, are we in trouble? Is it piling up? My feeling is it's normal for the spring for the active listings to come on. They do say that price increases may be scarce. So now we'll move to my forecast so we can finish our real estate roundup here in Ottawa. My forecast is, if I look at these numbers and I study these inventory numbers, I would have to say that the prices are going to stay the same, maybe a correction, but that's not really what I feel. I feel we're going to have an increase. Why do I feel we're going to have an increase? Because I see signs of a turnaround. I do know that interest rates are going to be coming down. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Ottawa's in Canada, so it also applies. I see those coming down. I see that there is going to potentially be economic activity increasing, economic stimulus, maybe even if there's an election. So if I'm going straight off the numbers only, it looks to stay flat. I'll predict a 5% increase, 0 to 5% to cover my bases a little bit in Ottawa single family detached for the year 2024.